Hello, my name is Lucy Clarke. I'm the Clinical Lead Occupational Therapist for the East Area Mental Health Occupational Therapy Service of Betsy Cadwallader University Health Board.
And I'm Kim Jones, an occupational therapist and experienced domestic abuse practitioner.
The Occupational Therapy Department was successful in securing £10,000 from an Occupational Therapy Trust Fund, the Elizabeth Cason Trust. This was for a 6-month project within our local domestic abuse safety unit. The project was led by myself, and we harnessed the skills of an experienced domestic abuse practitioner, Kim, who newly graduated as an occupational therapist. The project was accepted as a Bevan Exemplar, providing me as a new manager with valuable support and leadership training.
The background to the project is that there has been a dramatic increase in the incidence of domestic abuse during the coronavirus pandemic. Domestic abuse is known to have an enormous impact on physical and emotional well-being and affects all aspects of daily life. The consequent cost of the economy is over £34,000 per victim per year in the loss of output, legal, social and health costs. As a student occupational therapist, I was able to use one of my practice placements to investigate occupational therapy with this client group. Good outcomes and evidence from the pilot resulted in the recommendation to pursue funding for a full-time occupational therapist for 6 months, gathering qualitative and quantitative data using standardised measures to capture the impact of occupational therapy within domestic abuse.
The aims of this project were to work at the Domestic Abuse Safety Unit base and provide upstream mental health rehabilitation and early intervention. We used a person-centred approach to help people identify goals that they wished to achieve and used engagement with important activities and roles to develop lost occupational identity, embed self-management techniques and improve well-being. We used social prescribing across community and third sector partners wherever possible during the pandemic.
We were able to influence over 500 partners, informing them of the project. We delivered all pathways, processes and paperwork. 30 service users were seen over the 6-month period, 8 of whom were signposted to manage significant risk, and 16 engaged in occupational therapy, all of whom made significant progress. We gathered qualitative and quantitative outcomes for all 16.
Each person set between 3 and 5 personalised goals, a total of 68 across the cohort. Thematic analysis revealed 8 occupational themes. People wanted to be able to cope with their symptoms, carry out an important role, establish a daily routine, manage a healthier lifestyle, find enjoyment, have and look after their home, be able to see their friends and have confidence to get out into the community. Occupational therapy interventions were aimed at overcoming the barriers to daily life and embed new habits into daily routines. A range of evidence-based interventions built self-management knowledge and skills, and these were harnessed alongside graded practice to progress towards each person's goals. Quotes from service users collated during the discharge review process evidence an improved ability to carry out each goal theme. So for ability to cope with symptoms, we heard, I don't want to die anymore. I had a panic attack, but I'm here and I'm okay. For the goal theme, being able to hold an important role, we heard, work have seen a massive change in my productivity. I got 100% in my exams. For goals about establishing a routine, and carrying out self-care, we heard, I'm walking the dog regularly. I've washed my hair. I'm eating healthier food. I've had a bath. Service users began to find enjoyment in daily tasks. Spending time with my horse is more of a joy than a hindrance. I went to my sister's and actually relaxed. Service users also reported that they had improved their ability to look after their home, tackling things that they had been putting off, paying bills, answering emails, with quotes such as, I went upstairs and cleaned my windows. Service users reported an improved ability to see friends, re-establishing lost contacts and meeting up with others, and that they had improved confidence to get out and about instead of hiding inside. Some comments were about an overall improvement in quality of life. I'm loving my new life. I'm beginning to feel more like my old self. Quantitative outcomes were measured with the Canadian Occupational Performance Measure, pre and post occupational therapy intervention. This standardised Likert scale is widely used in occupational therapy and rates ability to perform the goals identified and the service user's satisfaction with their performance. Change scores of 2 and over are considered statistically significant. We can see that all those who had completed intervention and had been discharged from occupational therapy had significant improvements with performance of their goals. Not surprisingly, those who had not completed intervention have not made as much progress yet. The same applies for the ratings of satisfaction with performance. We can see that those who have completed intervention demonstrate significant improvements in their satisfaction with their performance of their goals. Scores for people who have not completed intervention are still promising.
This project also has significant potential cost savings to the economy. The cycle of violence occurs 36 times per victim, while they exit and re-establish the relationship 7 times before ending it. The costs associated with employment, housing, health and the legal system are calculated to be over $34,000 per year for each victim of domestic abuse. For the 9 people who completed occupational therapy intervention, this equates to the saving of over £300,000. And if we add the potential saving for all full cohort of 16 people, a massive total saving of £500,000 is achieved, representing a significant return on the £10,000 from the Elizabeth Casson Trust.
There were several challenges to the project due to the COVID-19 restrictions. For example, on accessing office space, being able to network with colleagues and provide face-to-face contacts. Service users had to prioritise homeschooling over appointments. Not all people had access to technology or privacy to use it for virtual appointments. Most community activities remained closed during the pandemic, and occupational therapy were unable to provide group work, face-to-face or virtually, reducing the numbers of service users seen. In addition, we note that the project could be more prudent if support workers were used for skill practice. Without this, Kim had to deliver all of the interventions. We'd like to thank the Bevan Exemplar Programme for the training and support provided. For our webpage, this showcase event, and we hope that we are considered for the Adopt and Spread programme. We have already had significant interest from the Department of Work and Pensions in supporting victims back into work, and they are seeking funding for this. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?